Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Preshaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Prashadine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatadine. Kumkaroti Vachalam Bangum Lagayate Grim Yatkatadam Vande Shikrum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Welcome dear devotees. Welcome to this morning Bhagavatam class. And before I proceed to comment on this shloka, to share my thoughts on this shloka, I would like to seek your blessings, because when I was preparing, I was saying that whatever I have to speak, these all thoughts are there in me. So I don't know how much justice I can do with this shloka. So I need your blessings for that. So here Kartavirya Arjun was a very great, powerful warrior. He was such a great, powerful warrior that in the previous verses, last time you took the class on Friday, right? On this shloka? Shloka before that. I think it is you. So, like Kartavirya Arjun, in the previous shloka, it is mentioned that he was such a powerful warrior that one time he stopped the flow of Narmada with his hands. He was blessed with 1,000 pairs of hands, and he was such a powerful warrior that he stopped the flow of Narmada river. He was enjoying there in the company of young women, and somehow at that time Ravan was also there. And Ravan became perplexed, like how could somebody stop the flow of Narmada? And Ravan went to teach him lesson. And what he did, he not only defeated Ravan, he captured Ravan like a monkey. It is mentioned in Bhagavatam, I was reading, he defeated Ravan, but he captured Ravan like a monkey. And in other Purana it is mentioned that his children, Kartavirya Arjun's children, used to tease Ravan in the cage. So he was such a mighty warrior, Kartavirya Arjun. But here he happened to visit the hermitage of Jamdagni Rishi. And who is Jamdagni Rishi? Whose father he is? Parshuram. Like who annihilated 21 times the population of Kshatriyas from the planet Earth. And after that, Jamdagni Rishi said that it is not right that what you did. You killed so many of it is mentioned in the Shastras that a king is also representative of God. He has been like, if somebody has gotten a position of power, it is by mercy of Krishna only. Krishna wanted him, whether he is bad or good. But Krishna gave his mercy because of his karma. Krishna wanted to fulfill some task of his through this person. That's why this person has been chosen to be the king or the leader. So king is also a representative of God. So you killed so many of these kings, so now you should atone. And where he went for atonement, anybody knows? Very favorite, like we know that. No, Badrikashram. He went to Kurukshetra. First he there are 5 kundas in Kurukshetra, if I'm right. So he filled those kund with the blood of those Kshatriyas. Then he do atonement there. I guess it is right, you're right, Badrikashram. In Kurukshetra he filled those ponds with the blood of those Kshatriyas. So here now Jamdagni Rishi has a very special cow. The name of that cow is Kamdhenu, and the quality of that cow was that you can desire anything from that cow and that cow supplies you that thing. So when Kartavirya Arjuna and his big army of Haya soldiers came there, so they saw that this they were not expecting that this Jamdagni Rishi will receive us so nicely. He will give us so nice food stuff. So when Jamdagni Rishi received us so nicely, in all the nice food preparation, in the great amount, in the sufficient amount was provided by Kamdhenu. So they become amazed. They become like that. How come this thing should not be there with this rishi? What does he need for? Like it should be there with the powerful people. That was the thoughts of Kartavirya Arjuna. And in the subsequent verses, what he will say, what he will demand for, he will ask Jamdagni Rishi to give me this Kamdhenu cow. And eventually, the story will go on. So the point that we can take here is that why Kartavirya Arjuna did so. He did so, but like why he wanted that Kamdhenu cow because he was envious of Jamdagni Rishi. Why he has that possession which I do not have. It is mentioned in the Shastra that there are 6 vices all the jivas have. Lust, anger, pride, greed, jealousy, and envy. Lust means desiring something for our own sense enjoyment. Greed, like these are all cousins, as Prabhupada mentioned that if you have one, that means you have all. They are all interrelated. Like to start with, if somebody has lust, that I want to enjoy nice rasgullas, I want to enjoy a very nice car or something. So he will strive for it. He will get those possessions. If he get those possessions, so more and more greed will come. Why only rasgullas? Why not gulab jamuns also? Why not pizza also? More and more food stuff. Why only one car? Why only Audi? Why not BMW? Why not Aston Martin or Alfa Romeo or whatnot? And if so, from lust comes greed. If that lust is not fulfilled, then comes pride. Anger. That why I am not getting this? I did it. I am a self-made man. At times, people become angry when they do not get what they want to get. So once you get more and more of these possessions, more and more of these riches, pride comes. That I am better than you. And if somebody you'll always find somebody ahead than you, and few people behind you. But people generally focus on those who are ahead than you. So naturally, if somebody also has some more things, you could not be the only person who has nice cars. There could be somebody else also. So definitely, and he also uses his brain and intelligence or his possessions to flaunt them or to show off. So naturally, a person will feel jealous of the other person, and because of that jealousy, there will be a sentiment of envy will come in his heart. And because of these 6 vices, these 6 bad habits, jiva is entangled into this material world. And it is mentioned in the Shastra that all these vices can be engaged in the service of Krishna except envy. Here Kartavirya Arjuna was also envious of Jamdagni Rishi because Jamdagni Rishi has something which he do not have. Despite being such a great warrior, despite being such a great king, despite being honored by so many people, and as compared to him, Jamdagni Rishi was just a rishi. Nobody was who was living in a hermitage, who was not very known, who was not that much respected as compared to Kartavirya Arjuna. Like Kartavirya Arjuna has so many of so to say feathers in his cap. He defeated Ravana. He has thousand pair of hands and everything. But still, he was envious of Jamdagni Rishi because Jamdagni Rishi has something which he do not have. So it is mentioned in the Shastra that these six vices can be engaged in the service of Krishna. Like five of them can be engaged, but envy cannot be engaged. This and because of this envy also, we are here in this material world. We are not with Krishna. So we'll discuss one by one what are these vices and how we can engage them in the service of Krishna. So first one is lust. So who was lusty for Krishna?
Gopis.
Gopis. Yes. There, like at times when you know this term sahajias.
Mm-hmm.
What it means, sahajias?
I don't know what it means, but that's the people who think they can reproduce.
Reproduce.
Reproduce the. I mean, in general, the Rasa-Lila.
Okay. What do you
The
mean?
chant
About what?
Sahajias.
Yes. Okay. This is the thing that they are already with Krishna and they play the role of
Yes.
like Gopi or Mother
Yeah.
Yashoda, and they think, oh, I am, and they dress like this and they do like this.
They talk so much of high, like in the night, Krishna came in my dream, and he was, and he held my hand.
There is so many at Radakun. You see them, they are dressed in the girl, but you see they are men. There is so many in Paris also.
Yes, that's true. So, in the times of Prabhupada also, in one temple, some devotees opened Gopi Bhav Club. As soon as Prabhupada get to know, he stopped that. So gopis were really lusty about Krishna. Like they really want Krishna to the extent that they are ready to do anything for Krishna. These Sahajiyas or so to say, us also. We are not on that. I'm certainly when I'm talking about me. Okay. So I'm not on that layer, or people like me or devotees like me. They are not. We are not on that level that we are ready to do everything for Krishna. Certainly, we are not on that pure devotional level. But gopis were ready to do anything. They left their homes. They left their homes in the dead of night to meet Krishna, and that too they are not sure that Krishna will accept them or not. And what Krishna did, Krishna left them also during the Rasa dance also. And after like when Krishna turned 11, 10 and a half, and he left Vrindavan also and never came back. So they were really mad in love with Krishna. So lust can also be, if you are lusty, be lusty for Krishna. That every time you can think of Krishna. Anger, next vice is anger. Can anger be engaged in service of Krishna?
Hanuman.
Yes, Hanumanji, Arjun. Be angry for not pleasing Krishna. That I did so much, how I am not doing this much that I should have been done. I am not doing enough for pleasing Krishna. Or those who are working against or trying to oppose Krishna or Krishna conscious movement. Devotee should be angry. Use the anger in that way. Anger must be channelized. Pride. Can pride be?
Prabhupada said, I'm proud to be a devotee of Krishna.
Yes. It's not that I have done my 60 rounds this morning. How many rounds you have done? At times, like we devotees, when they get something, achieve something, they like to compare it with devotees. But our pride is that, first of all, we need to understand that I am insignificant. I have nothing. I have nothing which is valuable or very very demanding in front of Krishna. Krishna doesn't need us. Krishna doesn't need our offering. Krishna doesn't need our adoration or chanting also. But our pride should be that somehow or the other, I am still sticking in this process. Somehow or the other, this Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara has accepted me as a disciple. Somehow or the other, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj kept me under their shelter. That should be our pride. That I have nothing, but still I am in this movement. It is just like a bug on a throne of a king. That a king and the bug, they are sitting on the same place. Is the bug eligible to be on the throne? Not at all. But somehow or the other, he is there on the throne. So we should be prideful of the mercy of Krishna, of the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, that I am somehow I am here. So be pridefully. We can use that pride of be proudful of the mercy of that. Yes, I somehow ahetuki kripa, causeless mercy has been showered upon me, that I'm still practicing Krishna conscious movement, Krishna consciousness. Greed, how can greed be engaged in the service of Krishna?
We want mercy, we want service.
Yes, be greedy for serving more and more and more. His Divine Grace Bhakti Sasi Thakur Maharaj used to say that do not try to see Krishna with your eyes. Serve in a way that Krishna wants to see you. Actually, devotee should be very greedy about chanting. Like one should not be satisfied. It is mentioned in the Shastras that one should be totally satisfied with three things and not satisfied with three things. With three things, that one should be totally satisfied are food, spouse, and income. That whatever food you get on the table, be satisfied with that. Whatever income Krishna is providing you, be satisfied with that. And whatever spouse, husband or wife. And in case of brahmacharis, whatever brahmachari ashram devotees are there, be satisfied with that. They are there to eradicate your karmas. They are your husband and wives. Like somebody has to give you the result of your karmas. So if you have not entered into grastha ashram, so those brahmacharis around you, they will, or the temple devotees around you, they will deliver you your karmas. So be satisfied. They are there, they are appointed by Krishna as the agent of your karma. So be satisfied with them, whatever way they are. And three things one must not be satisfied with are our own sadhana. It's not that, okay, I have done my 16 rounds, okay, beat back, see you tomorrow, abhyanto. Not one should, like Prabhupada has mentioned that why 16, why only 16? Why not 1600? Why not 16,000? No doubt, what we can do. But one should not be satisfied with our sadhana. Next is one should not be satisfied with the donation he gives in terms of money, in terms of service, and one more thing was there. One should not be satisfied with sadhana, donation, and I think maybe, I'm not sure, but yes, service. One can serve as much as he can. So one should be greedy for Krishna. Prabhupada had mentioned in one of his lectures that a guru is a person, how to identify a guru, that he is addicted to Krishna. Just like a drunkard, he's always his all thoughts are there into liquor, that somehow or the other, as soon as I'll get the money, what I will do, I will drink. Similarly, a devotee should be like that much greedy that somehow or the other, how I can think of Krishna, how I can serve for Krishna, how I can chant japa, somehow or the other, all my BMW, body, mind and words, can be engaged in the service of Krishna. The next is jealousy. Generally, jealousy is not considered very good thing. Obviously, jealousy is comparing others, that why he has more, why I do not have more. But jealousy can also be engaged in the service of Krishna by seeing that how much this devotee is doing for Krishna, how I can improve myself also, how I can also give that much pleasure to Krishna that this devotee is giving. So jealousy can also be engaged in the service of Krishna. But envy, the last vice, it cannot be engaged in the service of Krishna. Because envy means desire to possess what others have. Why he is serving? Let me take his service. Why he is number one? Let me become number one. Why he is getting all the name and fame and all the applauses? Why he is putting garland on Maharaj? I will put garland. Or why I am not given garland. So envy is the only vice that cannot be served in the cannot be used in the service of Krishna, and it is the reason why we are here. Actually, we envied Krishna also. Why Krishna have all the fun? Why Krishna, like in Golok Vrindavan, everything is there for Krishna. Existence of jivas, like those who are there, whatever they do, all are uh, directed toward pleasure of Krishna. Like we can see from Krishna book also that Mother Yashoda used to cook everything, make butter for pleasure of Krishna, not for selling, not for themselves, but for Krishna. The whole village, the whole Gokul, they packed up their bags and everything and shifted to Vrindavan for whom? For Krishna. They stopped their biggest yagya, the Indra Puja, which was a custom since so long, since so many years. They stopped it just to just to obey what Krishna said. And Krishna, how big Krishna was at that time? Just 5 year old. Krishna said, okay, we'll do this year. We will not do Indra Puja. We will do Govardhan Puja, and they obliged. So in it is mentioned that gopis also used to dress, used to stand on the road, to stand on the road to see Krishna coming and going when Krishna used to go for herding cows. So this is what we need to learn from these devotees, that how all these vices can be engaged in the service of Krishna, but envy. And envying somebody, or in one way being jealous of somebody, is also Raja Maharaj one time was mentioning in his lecture that being envious of somebody is like holding a burning coal in your hand and waiting to throw it on somebody. But meanwhile, what that burning coal is doing, it is burning your own hand. So when we have when we are jealous or when we are envious of devotees, it is not going to cause harm to those devotees. It is going to cause harm only to us. Only to it will make us only negative and negative. And so what to do? Like how to eradicate this envy? First of all, we need to appreciate, we need to acknowledge that whoever is there in this Krishna conscious movement, whether he is doing enough or not, he has been chosen by Krishna to be in this movement. As I don't know where it was mentioned, maybe in Nectar of Instruction or Nectar of Devotion, that this movement is going on under the direct supervision of Rup Goswami. So Rup Goswami has chosen that person, that this person can stay in this movement. So who are we to decide that this person is right or wrong, or he is not doing enough, or we can be envious of that person. So that's Krishna's business with him. That's Prabhupada's or Guru's business with him, that how much he is serving and how much he is serving, how much he is not serving. So as a practicing devotee, as a Baddha Jeev, ourselves, one should be concerned with our own service and our own sadhana, that how much I am doing. Is I am improved from my previous times or not? Is I am better devotee than the past or not? And at times, to eradicate our at times when we serve together, or when we come together to serve Krishna, this vice of envy comes out in our heart. Like outside, when we were outside, there was always competition among students to get good marks, among people to earn more. Like, generally this is what people discuss about: how much you are earning, do you have a car, are you married, do you have a home, what are your possessions. That's how they try to know that who is more successful, isn't it? So that similar affinity also comes into play when we come in the association of the devotees. We compare others with ourselves, that is he doing that much that I am doing, or is he better devotee than me, or this affinity is also there. But Krishna also, what he do, he put us in that situation that he tries to purify our envy also. The more we are envious of some devotee, the more we think of that devotee. He is like that, he is like. Otherwise, like, let's say in ISKCON Madrid, there is one devotee, Mahamantra Das, let's say, or Mahamantra Devi Dasi. Do you think of that person at all? Not at all. Like, just to give an example, do you think of Vedsar Prabhu the whole day? How many times Vedsar Prabhu comes in our thought? Hardly. Vedsar Prabhu is coming to, he is going to Maharaj Vyas Puja, that's all. These are the thoughts for him, right? So, but those who we are living with, we think of them a lot, especially those who are envious of. Oh, he's like that, she's like that, he do this, she do this. So Krishna tries to purify our consciousness, like, because Krishna is not coming in our consciousness, at least devotees are coming in our consciousness. So he purifies, because devotees are more merciful than Krishna. The more we, like, even if we think of Prabhupada, it will purify us. Even if we think of our Guru or the devotees, it will purify us. So that's, I think that, how Krishna tried to purify us. But we also need to understand that Krishna has made this arrangement specially to purify us. All these, the devotees around us are there to purify myself. And until and unless we learn how to associate with devotees in a loving manner, we cannot go to spiritual world. Like, because if we keep on being envious with devotees, we keep on fighting with devotees, we keep on jealous of being with the devotees, So suppose if in that situation, Krishna take you to spiritual world also. Again, in spiritual world also, we have to serve with devotees there. Again, these affinity will come into play. Again, we will be envious or jealous or angry with those devotees. So better, so Krishna will not take us to spiritual world. So what we need to do, we need to learn to appreciate that this person is also a Baddha Jiva. This person is also trying his best to serve Krishna. Yes, he or she may have some vices, but this person is trying his best. So rather than being jealous or envious of somebody, we should see inside. There was a very famous, there was another quote of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj that rather than, I'm just paraphrasing it, rather than finding faults in others, try to see your own faults and try to eradicate them. So this is how we can progress in spiritual life, that by eradicating this envious nature of ours in the association of devotees. And another thing that is mentioned in this purport is about cows, that somehow or the other cows are always protected. Cows are very, very, very important for our Krishna conscious movement, and somehow in the whole France we have only one Goshala in New Mayapur. somehow those lucky 7 or 8 cows, I think 9. So my question to you all is, like the one of the pranam mantra of Krishna is Namo Brahmane Devaya Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha. That Krishna loves cows and brahmanas, Go and Brahmana, right? So out of these two, whom Krishna loves more?
Cows.
Why cow?
Because the Brahmana uses a cow for sacrifice. Cannot be Brahmana without cow.
Yes, because cow gives milk which make brahmanas. Prabhupada has mentioned that cow's milk is necessary for for the growth of finer tissues of brain. So if those who will drink cow's milk can become brahmana, like to become brahmana also you need cow. So that's why Krishna loves cow. So out of these two, like both are important, but out of these two, Krishna loves cows more than brahmana. But somehow in today's age, cows are not very much protected. So one should, like, we must do something. We must do as much as we can to protect the cows. At least be the island of superiority in the vast ocean of mediocrity. At least, like, the devotees are doing all glories to them that they are protecting cows in France also. So these are my thoughts on this shloka. Anybody have any comment, correction, question?
So my question is, you talk about jealousy, pride, and the 6 enemies. And so when you speak about 6 enemy, this is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, right? So it's Mad, Moho.
Matsari, yes.
So because usually it's translated like Mad, Moho. Moho is more translated like illusion, and Mad is translated like madness. So, but you refer to them, or where you read from, it refers as pride and jealousy. Is that so?
Yes.
Mad as pride and Moho as jealousy. I was just curious. But mad I can understand because pride is kind of craziness.
Craziness.
Moho like illusion.
Greed.
Moho?
Yes. Aham mameti.
It's illusion.
Can you give me the shloka? You know the shloka? Or let me read about it and come back to you on this.
And also the gopis were proud. That's also something. Pride is gopis.
Be
are
proudful of the mercy.
proud. And they are pride of.
So I will read, I'll find out the shloka and I'll let you know.
It's Rishabhadev.
Concept.
5. Please.
Gita.
5. It's the teaching of Rishabhadev.
Which one, Dhyalita?
37.
Which
Maybe
one?
not.
Version 337.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
337.
Maybe it's
आप कुछ कह रहे थे? You were saying something?
No, just the same thing you were saying. Maharaj also said that many times. Actually, we are proud. We receive such mercy, but we also know at the same time, without such mercy, we have no hope and we are insignificant. So we are just proud in receiving the mercy through the devotees and our spiritual master.
When Gopal, when somebody used to ask, when we meet, devotees meet each other, so they ask, how are you? How are you? So Gopal Krishna, when any God brother used to meet Gopal Krishna, and Gopal Krishna used to say that much better than what I deserve to be.
How are you?
So be proud that we are in much better position than we deserve to be. जय जय श्रीपाद की
जय।
जय। ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
जय।